The Florida Lottery, a record-breaking first quarter ticket sales actually topping $1.3 billion, breaking the previous record by more than $100 million. There were also more prizes and more winners than in any previous quarter. Officials expect more than $250 million will go to the state's Educational Enhancement Trust Fund. Well, if you can't beat them, ban them. That seems to be Amazon's new strategy to get people to buy the company's streaming media products. Amazon will soon remove Apple TV and Google Chromecast from its online shopping platform. Officials say neither product allows customers to easily watch Amazon Prime's instant video streaming service. Amazon will continue to sell devices that allow customers to watch Prime Video, including the Roku, Microsoft Xbox, and Sony PlayStation. Time now for our Career Source Capital Region Hot Job of the Day. Today's hot job, an office manager. It's a full-time position. Salary depends on your experience. For the quick link to apply for this job through the employflorida.com site, just check out the Sunrise section of our website, WTXL.TV. Don't go away. Sunrise continues in 2 minutes. Good morning. Thank you for getting your day started with us here on WTXL Sunrise on this Friday morning. It is the second day of October 2015. I'm Kelly Bartoli in Monticello. Your high today 77 degrees, 6:30 on the dot, and coming up this half an hour we are learning how to make beef Wellington with this morning's What's to Eat, plus all the details on an event to help those with disabilities all across the region. That's all coming up in just a few minutes. First though, a check of what's happening in the world right now. President Barack Obama calling for more gun control legislation after a mass shooting at an Oregon college yesterday. Police are now working to learn why the gunman, Chris Harper Mercer, opened fire, killing 9 people and wounding 7 others. Mercer later died in a shootout with police. Now, one of the survivors said Mercer demanded that the victims tell him their religion before he started shooting. Officials in North Carolina have already started evacuating residents in preparation for Hurricane Joaquin. County commissioners there voted unanimously to issue a mandatory evacuation order forcing visitors to Ocracoke Island to return to the mainland. About 900 people actually live on the island and they have been allowed to stay. Officials are asking them instead to prepare themselves and their homes for any potential impacts from the storm. Turning now to your headlines from around the region this morning. The former managers of a peanut plant sentenced yesterday for their roles in a deadly salmonella outbreak. Daniel Kilgore was sentenced to 6 years in prison, and Samuel Lightsley will spend the next 3 years behind bars. Both men pleaded guilty and testified against their boss, Stuart Parnell, and 2 others. 9 people were killed in that 2009 outbreak and more than 700 sickened. Abortion opponents calling on Governor Rick Scott to take action against the state's Planned Parenthood clinics. The organization has been in the news for months now since the release of a controversial anti-abortion video. Since then, state officials have inspected and fined 5 abortion clinics, 3 of which are run by Planned Parenthood. But some state leaders say Governor Scott still has not done enough.
This issue is so important. That's a moral disqualification issue. You can be as qualified as you can be, but if you're not willing to defend and protect the unborn and to fight organizations that don't view the sanctity of human life as something that's important, then you're not qualified to serve.
The Florida Alliance of Planned Parenthood affiliates did release a statement yesterday saying, quote, "We have clearly demonstrated that the recent round of politically motivated investigations in Florida uncovered nothing more than continued harassment from Governor Rick Scott's health care agency." We now know how schools are stacking up based on scores from the Florida Standards Assessment. Across the state, nearly half of 5th and 8th graders passed the FSA. Here in Leon County, it was 55% of 5th graders passing and 48% of 8th graders. But these results not without controversy. The FSA replaced the FCAT in the spring of 2014, but last year, cyber hacks crashed the servers, leading many to question the accuracy of the exams. For a complete look at the results statewide, just visit our website, WTXL.tv. Tallahassee and Leon County officials going head-to-head yesterday, all to raise money for breast cancer research. Community leaders ran pink lemonade stands at Cascades Park. All of the proceeds will be donated to the Joanna Francis Living Well organization. In the end, the city of Tallahassee edged out Leon County in the competition, raising more than $1,200. We'll check this out here. The animals at Wild Adventures getting into the Halloween spirit as a seasonal treat. They got some carved pumpkins to climb in, play with, and, even eat a little bit. The theme park is once again hosting its Kidoween event for families, along with the more frightening Terror in the Wild for everyone who wants a good scare. They are both included with general park admission. 6:34, sending things over now to meteorologist Max Paris. Don't you love seeing, all
the
those animals playing
react
with
it.
pumpkins?
You gotta love Shirley there, just eating it up.
And trying to pick it up. I think she just wanted one bite and she was done.
I mean, that's all she needed. One bite was going to take care of that pumpkin.
That's all you need.
That's awesome.
That was such great video.
We are obviously making our way through October, a couple days in now, hard to believe, and we're going to get a feel for what October actually has to offer in the weather world coming up this weekend. Temperatures dropping significantly. This morning, though, still having those gloomy skies sticking around with us. And some of those clouds transitioning into some sizable downpours on the west side of Decatur County, moving towards Donaldsonville, pretty much scooting right along US 84. So if you are in Donaldsonville, also out towards Steam Mill, Chattahoochee, getting in on some of that rainfall. These are kind of drifting to the west and southwest, generally speaking. Meanwhile, across state lines into Gadsden County we go. We're seeing a little shower sort of right across the Florida-Georgia border and down towards south of Quincy, down towards Wetumpka. We're getting in on some of that sort of sizable rain action just south of I-10 there. And this is going to scoot on the west side of the Ocklawahamie River, it looks like, for the most part. Meanwhile, out east, a couple stationary showers sort of bubbling up. One kind of sitting right on top of Live Oak over the last half hour to 45 minutes, and that's going to stay there for another half hour or so. On the east side of Valdosta, over towards the Moody Air Force Base, out into Lowndes County, we're seeing, again, a few of those light showers, and that's pretty much it early this morning. No storms out there. I don't expect anything to turn severe today, and I expect the rain to be with us mainly this morning and then quiet down later on this afternoon. The reason why, as this cold front drifts farther and farther away from us, we'll continue to get a little bit more stable and continue to clear those skies out a little bit as we quiet things down in the weather world. Joaquin continuing to spin around right on top of the Bahamas. Still very wet weather down there. A lot of high storm surges and heavy rainfall, but it looks like the track of Joaquin actually going to push offshore, not making it a threat to the eastern seaboard anymore. What a change from just 24 hours ago, though, where we were targeting New England and the mid-Atlantic to get in on some of that stormy action. A lot quieter for our friends friends up there. Still looking very wet, though. Meanwhile, back into the deep south we go, and we're talking about temperatures this morning on the mild side, slightly above average, but still bearable in the 70s and upper 60s. No real fog threat to talk about this morning, so that's good news as well. All right, temps heading out the door will be in the low 70s with a few showers to contend with. I think we quiet things down by your lunch hour and especially later on this afternoon. But the bigger weather story, look at that. 10 degrees cooler than yesterday for those highs, getting into the upper 70s. Your 7-day forecast is coming up in about 20 minutes. We'll talk a lot more about this weekend. Let you know how this dry and cool trend lasts, how long it lasts, coming up in just a few minutes. Right now, though, there's Kelly. You have a live look at the roadways. Maybe some folks heading out to Publix early this morning, grabbing their pumpkins.
Right.
How are the roads looking out there?
Luckily, not too bad out there to start your Friday morning commute. Drive times around the capital city pretty average as we are here about 37 minutes past the top of the hour. 10 minutes about if you were on Tennessee eastbound from Capitol Circle northwest to Monroe. On Tennessee westbound, just a 5-minute drive. Even Appalachia westbound is staying pretty good out there, just taking you 5 minutes. A couple other cars out there with your commute. Nothing major, no red on that picture there, so that's some good news. There is some construction work around Tallahassee. Again, that lane closure and the traffic switch on Woodward, that should wrap up around noon today. Looking at the big picture here, you can maybe see a couple of slick spots popping up, as Max was mentioning, the chance for some showers throughout the day, so keep that in mind. But right now, no local accidents being reported. Time now to celebrate some birthdays, and first up we have our celebrity, this one-time actress and now talk show host that you see every morning here on ABC 27, turning 45 years old, Kelly Ripa. Happy birthday to you. Also celebrating with us here locally, Lynn Steele from Megan, Robert, and your husband. Hope you have a wonderful day. Wheat Kerbo also is celebrating a birthday as well. Natalie, June, Harold, and Wallace sending in a great picture and sending you some big birthday wishes. And Philip Stewart, happy birthday to you, Philip, from all of your friends with Omega Sci-Fi. Hey, we want to celebrate your birthday or anniversary. Send us in all those details and put a picture on there if you'd like as well. Email it to us at WTXLbirthday@WTXL.tv, and we will celebrate with you on the air. Still to come this morning on Sunrise, taking a look at some nature photos thanks to you. Hometown weather in just a few minutes. But first, we are cooking up the perfect beef Wellington. What's to eat in just 2 minutes. Welcome back to What's This Eat on this Friday morning, and oh, it smells phenomenal. Joining us this morning, we have the head chef from 4 Points by Sheraton in downtown Tallahassee, Robert Averett and Mark Xenophon. Good morning to the both of you.
Good morning.
Making some traditional, this is a British food, right?
Yep.
Beef Wellington.
It's definitely a British food.
Oh, I'm telling you, we were just talking, it just smells like a homey, home-cooked kind of meal.
Nice heavy meal
Perfect with this change of weather here. So we're excited to see kind of what goes into this, because I'll be honest, I've never had beef Wellington.
No?
Yeah, me neither.
You see,
Real? Okay, both of us.
I'll jump in and show you how.
Okay, you show us how it's done, right?
Normally, nice puff pastry.
Right.
But this is wild mushrooms.
Oh, okay. So I thought that was stuffing with
Nope,
mushrooms.
it's wild mushrooms with a little bit of garlic and shallot, and then just however much salt and pepper you like, and you can fill them however full you like it. Depends on how much you like mushrooms, honestly.
Now, how easy is this for, maybe a novice chef
It really,
at home?
you know what, it really is easy. It takes a little bit of time to get everything going.
Ooh,
but
doesn't that smell
Smells
fantastic?
fantastic.
It
quite
really
nicely.
does.
And it's a nice simple dish. It's nothing overly complicated. It's a filet mignon, which everybody loves. It.
Exactly.
You can't really
Sign
go
me up
wrong.
for that,
Can't go
right?
wrong.
You can't go wrong with
What
that.
are you getting on there as the paste?
It's just a little bit of egg wash, just to moisten the edges and seal it up nice and tight.
Edible glue.
edible
Pretty
glue.
much. It's pretty much what it is. It's
Just
such a
kind of holds
universal.
it all
Seals it up
together.
all good,
Yeah.
But you don't have to use the wild mushrooms. It's just that's a preference of mine because I like the
Gotcha.
way they smell.
That's true. That's exactly what we smelled. Right.
And
when
you
we
don't want
walked
to, when you do it too, you cook your meat a little bit first. So
Okay.
you don't want to
You
put
don't
it
wanna
in
put
there
the
raw
raw meat
because
in
then you're
there.
gonna have a raw steak on top of it.
Gotcha.
in. So
Oh,
rare.
I
should
cook
we say
it rare,
Yeah.
and then it goes in the oven probably 25 to 30 minutes
Yeah.
to nice golden brown, and then you're going to come out with a medium to medium rare steak.
Okay.
Okay. Which is good. A little bloody, but again, yeah, at least you got
Well,
it
you can go,
singed on the
go
outside.
over too when you're initially cooking your steak off, but you want to make it nice and tight on
And
it
look
too.
at that.
And then, well,
This seems
that's
like
the,
this,
that's the not pretty side.
this is
What we're
like a
gonna do
looks cute.
fancy,
If
you
like
go
a
like
fancy
this-
burrito.
Oh, but
Yeah.
everybody
Like a
can do
high
it.
class
Oh, yeah.
burrito.
and everybody can do it. It
right?
really
That
is a
impresses
simple
people
dish.
when you serve this at a party.
And then
Right.
you can just kind of nice and
Okay, and
gentle.
this kind of gives it that golden
Yeah, it
brown
gives it
color
a
that you're
beautiful
looking
shine
for.
to it. And then you can do it with any type of sauce you want over it.
Oh, okay.
I like doing a demi-glace, which is a beef stock, thickened up a little bit. And I like adding mushrooms and shallots to mine just because it gives it that little extra flavor to it.
So how long does this little pocket of flavor take to actually cook?
Yeah.
25 to 30 minutes.
Really?
That's really
it
not
depends
bad.
on what temperature your oven runs. I'm going to say cook it at 350 to 375.
Okay.
Nice and golden brown. But when you take it out of the oven, the trick is let it sit for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Otherwise,
Don't
you
cut in right away.
Don't cut in right away, even though you want to. Otherwise, your juices are going to kind of escape
You'll
on you.
lose all the flavor, and
wanna
that's
lose
the
all
best
that.
part, right?
Yeah,
Now, is
and-
this something always on the menu at 4 Points, or is this kind of a
This
seasonal
is-
favorite?
Yeah, this is something special that we want to do for the holiday season, and we have a fantastic deal going on right now with our holiday parties. So if you book by October 31st, you can get up to 75% off your event space.
Wow.
And we have a fantastic banquet crew and catering team, and obviously the culinary team is fantastic, do amazing things like this. So we want you guys to come out and just enjoy your party.
Don't you love the things that chefs can create for us,
it's
right?
amazing.
Look at how beautiful that looks.
This looks a little bit more exciting than maybe your average beef Wellington.
Yeah,
as
exactly.
And it's such a simple meal, but it looks so fantastic and
Yeah.
it's so hearty, and it's just amazing, and the team does a fantastic
Fill you up,
job.
keep you satisfied.
I was going to
yeah.
say, and you added it too. You got some potatoes, some asparagus there. You can't go wrong with
Oh
this.
no, and it's honestly it's something fun you can do at home. Even if you know holidays coming around, you got family, play with the kids, teach them how to do it. It's just
Exactly.
something really enjoyable for everybody.
And
to
once
do.
you kind of master, I feel like the folding part could be the trickiest.
It
Once you
kinda
kind of
is
master
tricky.
that, there's a lot of different recipes that you can use that for.
We can do it. Actually have it on our menu. If you don't prefer beef, I know a lot of people don't, but we actually have a chicken version of it that you can do.
Nice.
You can even be a little bit sneaky and sneak a salmon in there and do a nice
just gonna
little
say,
salmon.
fish sounds
Salmon
pretty good
in
at that.
there. You guys,
Yeah.
you can put anything
So pretty much if
in
you-
here,
if
right?
you
As
can
long
make-
as it's in a pretty package.
Exactly. If you can make a burrito, you can make this.
You
Oh,
can
pretty-
make
yeah,
this.
Pretty much the
Got
same
it.
roll up
Try
there.
it this
Cool.
weekend, or else head out to 4 Points by Sheraton, and Chef Avery will make it for you.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Perfect deal for me.
Thank
You
you
saw
so
the
much.
recipe on your screen, and of course, we'll have it again online, WTXL.tv. Thank you both very much.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
so much.
We
Appreciate
appreciate it. Stay with us. We're back in just 2 minutes.
Thank you.
6:47, talking hometown weather on this Friday. Seems like we're going to have a glorious weekend. So I know we're going to get some beautiful shots this weekend as well. But you have some from this past week, too.
Yeah, this looks pretty nice. This one, I love this shot coming in from Perry.
Wow.
You got some of the pines out there. You got some of the cattle in the foreground. How does that sound?
This just looks like an all-American kind of picture, right?
All-American picture, but nice southern picture, too. You got some of the Spanish moss dangling off the trees. We appreciate this shot from Harley. And again, though we've been talking about not crystal clear skies all weekend, we've gotten plenty of sunshine. Look, you can see some blue out there peeking on through the trees. So looking nice out there for sure. Meanwhile, just a little bit to the north, this was the scene yesterday. We had some really hefty bubble up storms for our eastern communities. And this, of course, is in Valdosta. You can see a roll cloud making its way on through. That's this little guy right here at the bottom of your screen.
Does that one have the rain in it?
Well, they all kind of have the rain in it. But this is kind of the leading edge of maybe more rainfall moving through. This cat sent in around 6:30. So right at the peak of the storms bubbling up yesterday as that cold front moved on by.
He always sends the coolest
They're really strange for sure. That he gets some great shots though as you look off in the distance. So we appreciate that shot coming in from Jeff.
Hey,
and
speaking
then,
of All-American.
Yeah, right. Maria getting this shot, the flag over at the Childs versus Lincoln High School football game yesterday. She said she could feel the air just changing. She knows that there's a change of seasons coming. The winds picked up, and that's exactly what we're talking about this weekend. Fall returning to the Big Bend in South Georgia.
Football weather.
Exactly. It's really going to be good football weather if you're heading out to high school football later on tonight. Or for any Saturday games as well. We want to see all your pictures. Again, going to be kind of gloomy this weekend, but definitely temperatures a lot cooler. So if you have any signs of fall photos, as we like to say, send them on in. You can find me on Facebook and Twitter.
Simple as that.
Simple,
we look forward to seeing them. Max, thank you so much. Hey, coming up this morning as Sunrise continues, we are talking about a really important benefit for you to help a group that is working with people with disabilities all around our community. A live interview in just 2 minutes. Then be sure to join us on Second Cup, WTXL.TV, right after our show this morning. We have got an encore performance from Dirty Bird and the Flu. We'll see you at 7. Welcome back. We are talking now about the 6th annual Getaway with the Office of Public Guardian. Joining us this morning with all the details, Felicia S.W. Thomas and Twyla Sketchley. Good morning to you. Good morning. Glad to have you here. Explain a little bit about what the Office of Public Guardian actually does in our community.
Well, we call it OPG. Yes. We are a court-appointed guardian for adults 18 and over who have been found by the court to lack capacity. that don't have any friends or family or money with which to pay a professional. Many of them have been abused, neglected, or exploited. They range from individuals with developmental disabilities through age-related dementia, veterans with brain injuries. So we serve a host of people who don't have anyone else to help them and protect them.
This is something really important for our community, really
Yes.
all throughout the entire area. So this is at a really an important time for the community to step up and support the services that you provide on a daily basis. That's kind of where this upcoming event comes in. 6 years now talking about the getaway with OPG. And I didn't know if this just meant like a mental getaway, but you guys have some good stuff coming up. What can we look forward to on Sunday?
Well, on Sunday we will have games, we will have karaoke. TMH will have a breast cancer van, so they're offering mammograms for women who haven't had theirs yet. We have fun gifts during our silent auction, everything from animal lovers, we have things for travelers, art lovers, so there's a lot to offer at the getaway.
This is something, you know, it's going to be a fun event. There's a lot going on. But to know that it's for such an important cause, when people support something like this, you know, where does that money go? How are they able to see their dollars at work in our community?
Well, some of it is basic as purchasing personal hygiene items for these wards because they don't have any money at all. We, I mean, these folks come in some situations with just the clothes on their back.
Wow.
So this provides what we call our emergency fund, which provides basic necessities for the OPG clients. It also goes, in some cases, to support direct services so that a caseworker can go out to the living situation of that individual and make sure they're safe, they're getting the care they need, they're not being medically neglected or personally neglected. So
there's going to be so much on hand on Sunday. 6 years this has been going on. For people who haven't been to the event before, what do they need to know? What should they bring with them? What's the best way to take advantage of everything that's being offered?
They should show up at 4 o'clock. Tickets are $10 at the door. Just bring themselves and expect to have a good time and do a great deed.
And how could you not? You were mentioning some of the prizes include vacations all over the place.
Marriott has donated I believe 5 different weekend packages. We have, if you're a VIP for $25, you get the VIP reception. You also get a VIP pack, which includes options and planning stuff to go and plan a vacation in Montana.
A chance to go on vacation, all for a good cause. You see the details there on your screen for the 6th annual Getaway with OPG. And of course, all the contact information going to be on our website as well, WTXL.tv. Thank you both so much for being here. We really appreciate it. Stay with us. Your final forecast when we come back.
All right, your what to wear weather. It's going to be a little cooler today and cloudier as well, so maybe the sweatshirt on top of the shorts. A good Midwestern look, right? That's maybe going to be the best bet today. Keep the umbrella on standby, at least this morning, because we're going to be talking about a drying trend later on this weekend. Only in the 70s for this weekend. Still nice next week, too.
How phenomenal has Dirty Bird and the Flu been for
fun.
Sunrise Rocks? They're going to get you pumped up for the weekend.
Good to
They're
get you
sticking around
waking up.
for Second Cup on WTXL.tv. We got another live performance in time for the weekend. It's called Mr. Saturday Night. Guys, take it away.
On fire, thought he was saving lives, thought he was saving lives, thought he is now Mr. Saturday Night Fever. He did it again, now yes he did, Mr. Saturday Night Fever. He took my girlfriend, why? He took my girlfriend. And he knows all the grooves. The sweat drip after every move. Lord, he's like a Lord, he ain't no fool. Now he just doing work. Lord, he just doing work. 'Cause he is the Mr. Saturday Night Fever. He did it again, now yes he did. The Mr. Saturday Night Fever. He took my girlfriend.
Welcome here to Second Cup, only on WTXL.tv. I am Kelly Bartoli. Friday morning means Sunrise Rocks and Valdosta Band, Dirty Bird and the Flu, getting us pumped up for Friday. You guys have just gotten us all kind of moving and grooving. Kyle, here, why don't you introduce us to everyone?
This we got Mr. Mark Grant on keys. We got Mr. Spade on the bass. We got Blake Clark on drums and Mr. Dabbit Nabbit on the lead guitar. Myself, Dirty Bird Chamberlain, on vocals and rhythm.
This is something, it's such a unique, interesting sound. Your voice is very unique. And then the way you blend all the different styles of music together. What goes into making a song for Dirty Bird and the Flu?
It all starts with the melody in the head, and then you get a little rhythm, and then you start just feeling the song out, and then I really just play something for these guys, and they take it away. They have their own sound and their own ability, so we really just put something together, and it's new, and it's old at the same time.
And I feel like it's something you guys just kind of play off of each other. You're friends, you're hanging out playing music, doing what you love.
Yes, man. We like to have a good time on stage, and our live performances, more than a studio here, it's a little bit more electric and groovy, and we're all dancing and laughing.
And you get everyone dancing. You can tell, though, by the beats of these songs, you want people up and dancing. And luckily, you have a lot of upcoming performances, so people have the chance to get their groove on with you. Where can we check you out?
We're going to be at the Bowery Station October 10th in Apalachicola, and that Friday, October 9th, we're going to be in St. George at Patty's Pub.
And you see some more performances as well tonight in Valdosta, tomorrow in Remerton, Georgia. And of course, contact information right here on WTXL.tv. But we want to get another performance from Dirty Bird and the Flu. Take it away, guys.
Like a bone to a mean dog, but you are just a tree. crumble in the sea. Ain't that the way it's supposed to be? My imagination, all your doubts, where did they go? They done washed it to the begging on my knees. Giving to me, I take nothing I can't compete. Because truths and fairy tales all crumble in the sea. Ain't that the way it's supposed to be? Imagination, all your doubts, where did they go? They done washed into the best friends can tiptoe way down in the shadows just to keep them a clean nose, keep them strapped on their saddle. I told them, boy, ain't gonna last. Now we're going too fast. But no room to slow down. Truths and fairy tales all crumble in the sea. Ain't that the way it's supposed to be? My imagination, all your doubts, where did they go? They done washed it to the
Hit and miss showers early in the day, but then later on this afternoon, temperatures are only going to be getting into the upper 70s, courtesy of some gray skies sticking around with us, but still a real taste of fall coming back to the forecast after a summery work week. Overnight, temperatures dropping back down to the mid-60s, so a little cooler than we're seeing this morning. And that cool trend continues heading into this weekend. Temps staying in the 70s all day long for your Saturday and Sunday, and still pleasant next week.